Hey there, it's EnderVerse. Once again, we'll be taking a look at some unique and less trendy modpacks. Watch each section carefully since I explained how to fix certain issues with some packs, as well as explaining how to make others even better. Now without any further ado, let's dive into the video. Hollow Knight is a fun 2D game. Interestingly enough, it was coded into a modpack on Modern. The modpack only included supportive mods and shaders to make the whole scenery better and to improve a few aspects of the gameplay. The initial mod was actually coded from scratch by Clouser. This modpack offers a peerless Minecraft experience, as you will be enjoying a version of Hollow Knight that is quite similar to the original. As you go on your adventure, you will battle a few bugs, encounter NPCs, and even come across bosses. What makes this modpack unique, and honestly one of a kind, is how it includes an exclusive piece of code, along with a very unique idea. Of course, the gameplay here is short-lived, since there are only so many bosses and NPCs you could find, but it's an experience worthwhile. Builder's Refuge is a modpack dedicated to reducing friction and enhancing the builder's creativity. The modpack includes a few essential mods, making it possible to perform tasks that would otherwise be impossible in the vanilla game. This modpack is very important for intermediate and expert builders, as it offers an almost all-in-one solution. However, I still think that the author should include more and more mods. The reason I'm featuring this modpack in this video is that I believe in the power of specialization. This modpack, for example, is tailored specifically for builders, and with time it can grow to be bigger and more effective. Realism Beyond is a mod that tries to make the game as realistic as possible. Its uniqueness lies in its convenience and lack of jarring features. Not everything is super realistic to the point where it becomes annoying. For starters, the mod enhances sounds to be more believable, beginning with the sounds of your inventory. Every action will have an immersive sound based on its nature. Also, there is now a different footstep sound for every block in the game, and unlike the vanilla ones, these are crisp and more realistic. Of course, the author didn't neglect ambience, as you will be hearing birds chirping, rivers flowing, and plenty more sounds that indicate your surroundings realistically. Finally, there are now realistic sound physics. As you walk around in a compacted area, like a cave for example, your footstep sounds will bounce back and forth. The same applies to sounds produced by mobs. This is a clear evidence of how realistic the game can get without even touching its visuals. The modpack also works to enhance the animals' behaviors in the game. Fish will swim in groups now, which is quite accurate to real-world marine life. Hitting one animal will cause the rest to flee, making it quite tough to hunt animals, as the whole group will disband if one member is hurt. Spiders will be more realistic, not in size, fortunately, but in movements and flexibility. You will be able to climb upside down, climb vertically on walls, and skip blocks as if they are nothing. Realism Beyond also offers special block interactions. Fire arrows, for instance, will burn down blocks upon contact, making it easy to burn distant blocks, but also very dangerous, as you can burn down your entire town if your aim is bad. Riding a boat or swimming will leave not a very detailed but a highly realistic trail of splashes. This feature worked out better than the physics mod, as it slides on your computer and looks amazing nonetheless. Cutting down trees is not necessarily easier now, but quite simpler. You'll have to keep thinning the log until the tree realistically falls down, giving you all of the logs and leaves eventually. The modpack also makes use of chains. Instead of only using them to hang lanterns, you can now use them as a fencing instrument that looks good and shields the place from intruders. Of course, if you'd like to use fences instead, then you are in for a treat. They will be diagonal now, making them prettier and also saving some fences on the edges. Harvesting is more convenient now, allowing you to harvest and replant simultaneously. You can configure it to require a hoe, making it even more realistic. Another block interaction is the fact that Soulfire will be blue on your screen from all prescriptives. This is only a visual feature, but it's much needed and makes a lot of sense. Your character will also have realistic traits now. Believe it or not, oxygen is a thing now, and you will be deprived of it if you climb too high in the mountains, go too deep in the caves, or simply travel to the end, in which case you'll need a constant supply of air. For player animation, the author decided to go with fresh moves. An excellent choice since this pack is compatible with almost every single mod out there, and it looks decent too. For further enhancement of the animation, better combat is included. Not only does it make your movement more fluid and exciting, but it also makes your damage reach more accurate along with being able to swing through grass. Sleeping will require you to wait 20 seconds, during which time will realistically transition to daytime. I think you've already seen the beautiful visuals in the distance. As a matter of fact, I had 12 chunks loaded the whole time. That's thanks to none other than the Distant Horizons mod. Currently, I'm not only showcasing the DH mod, but also the Do a Better Run mod. The Elisha itself isn't a real life thing, but if it was, this is how it should feel to fly one. This mod pack did a great job combining the acceleration flights of Do a Better Roll with the magnificent visuals of Distant Horizons. If you are just transitioning to 1.21, it can be jarring to update all of your mods. Client Essentials is a great mod pack that includes almost every single client-sided mod you need for optimal gameplay. The mod pack included the ability to use shaders of all kinds, ray traced, voxelated, realistic, etc. It also added NTG model features to be able to use animated resource packs. Those included, but not limited to, fresh animations and fresh moves. The pack also added interactive physics to breaking blocks. Those effects are not overly intrusive and easily slides into a survival gameplay. Few effects are also added around your world for more immersion, and the mod pack isn't necessarily unique, but I found it to be quite useful in this specific time, as the 1.21 update has just been released. Flooded City is a mod pack by Forge Labs. The bad news here is that the map is behind a paywall. Not to mention that the command to trigger the water level is super laggy. So I have an alternative for you guys. You can start by installing the Lost Cities mod. Then on the preset you want to tweak it so that it's Atlantis. This way the city will spawn flooded already. After that you want to remove the pre-installed physics mod, Oculus and Embedium 2. Replace them with these versions instead. The mod pack, although laggy, is quite enjoyable. As you observe the surface from an upper point, you can clearly see how dangerous it is beneath the water. Forge Labs team took creative liberty adding these sea monsters, and I would recommend being fully equipped before diving in. Ideally you want a submarine, but I've noticed some severe stuttering, not necessarily due to the server's performance but just from the sub itself. So I would recommend finding an alternative, or just diving in by yourself. The mod pack also provides you with plenty of oceanic weapons, giving you full flexibility even when pressured by the water resistance. Although we had to labor a bit with the files, Flooded City in of itself was a great mod pack, featuring a refreshing concept and a set of mods that is coherent and clean. Sneak's mod packs are the most accurate and unique mod packs I could know. Sneak's Pirate Pack supports my statement pretty well. As Sneak was making the pack, he focused on installing only the essentials, disregarding any unnecessary or filler mods. The story here is about you, the pirate who found himself in the middle of an abandoned island. Your mission is to, well, pirate a ship, kill everyone abroad and loot the chest. The special about this mod pack and what makes it unique is how it allows you to tailor your pirate ship exactly as you'd like, simply by installing a steering wheel on a ship you built. If you found that engineered ships are a bit rigid and slow, then there's a large fleet of ships from the Small Ships mod. These are of high quality, fast and also useful as they help you store items. As mentioned earlier, Sneak's ability to make his point in just a few mods is really something that made me include one of his mod packs in the list. There's literally less than 30 mods, but the experience is spot on. The immersive pack includes a small but effective amount of relaxing mods, all with the purpose of making the game more and more immersive. To begin, prescriptives have been improved now. You can relocate your shoulder's position as you'd like, along with being able to circle your skin from all angles. Weapons and tools on your hotbar will be visible on your back and waist, along with an obviously improved combat animations and mechanics. As I was playing the pack, I realized that the complementary shaders were a bit different. Those in fact are the Euphoria patches, changing a bit of everything about those shaders. The pack went on to include fresh animations, special particles for hidden maps, easier use of some workbenches and plenty more. This mod pack is very small, So I reckoned, why not add more mods? So I thought the camera overhaul reforged would make a great addition here. This way we can improve the rolling animation of the camera. Furthermore, we can include the not enough animations mod to enhance some movements in the vanilla game, along with extended ladders to fix some issues about said mod. I also think that extra sound would be a good addition, improving the sound of the inventory, even the sounds of the chat bar. Finally, why not add a world generation mod such as Tilde? There are a lot of biomes and structures that will surely immerse you more and more into the gameplay. This mod pack is quite unique because it adds a little amount of mods, but the accuracy of the portrayal is quite sharp. Dark and Dangerous is a mod pack by Asian Half Squad. This guy too cares a lot about the accuracy and the uniqueness of the packs he makes. Dark and Dangerous stood out to me as one of the best scary mod packs you could try. Truth to be told, most of the quote-unquote scary mod packs are usually lame and childish. This mod pack, however, is not lame by any definition. Instead of adding a bunch of horribly developed withers and some random scary sounds, Dark and Dangerous focused on simply making the vanilla game a lot harder to deal with, especially during nighttime and as you roam around the cave. That being said, there will be some additional mobs such as Doctor Who Weeping Angels. Those are some angels that will hunt you. If you turn your back to these angels, they will get closer. And if you were careless enough to let them get too close to you, they will either teleport you far away or straight up kill you. Dark and Dangerous is quite good for adding a little bit of mystery and horror around your world. The pack is also very sustainable for everyday use, since there are only a handful of mods associated with it. Glorious Era is a mod pack that digs out good memories from the beta Minecraft. The premise of the mod pack was to add nostalgic feelings of said version into newer releases of the game. Authors here did a magnificent job at reintroducing the 2013 vibes into modern Minecraft, and many stripped features were brought back, so not only emotionally, but also functionally helpful too. If you'd love to see what Mojang has to offer for future releases, but at the same time you enjoy the classic 1.7.10 Minecraft, then this mod pack will offer you both. Before we start here, the mod pack itself doesn't even work, so I come to a somewhat of a sketchy but an effective solution. So what you will want to do is simply transfer all files, mods, resource packs, and configs to a personal 1.20.1 Fabric instance, then simply load the whole thing and it will surprisingly work. If the author is watching this, please man, fix the mod pack so people don't have to go through this every time they want to play. Anyways, now that you have the mod pack in place, you may want to buckle up, as you're about to experience one of the most accurate trailer recreation mod packs you've ever tried. The mod pack begins by enhancing villagers. They will of course be bare-boned, and on top of that, they will pack new professions too. The village also look magnificent and fits pretty well with the world generation mod picked by the author. With fresh moves and plenty of animation mods, they also managed to create an experience that is highly believable, allowing you to enjoy a very cinematic gameplay. Also, a personal opinion of mine is that I feel that author could have made the mod pack better by using the Novo Vostra structures instead of Young's Bearer structures. Both are great, but I just feel that the Novo Vostra structures are just a bit more accurate to the trailer feeling. What made the mod pack unique in my opinion is how it includes barebone compatibility packs. This way, mods such as Create will look as if they are a native part of the game. Not just the Create mod, but also Waystones mod, Cinderscapes mod, Exposure and more. This mod pack is a brief example of outside of the box thinking. It didn't just blindly follow through the Mojang's trailer features, but also made it seem as though things like technology, photography and new biomes are a normal part of the game. The pack is great, but I would recommend a few things. First of which is adding more compatibility packs and mods for Barebone 6-pack as a way to push the edge a bit further. I would also recommend swapping overhauled villages with the Better Villages mod, since that mod is much more accurate to Mojang's vision. Also, why not add in Distant Horizons too? It's now officially compatible with shaders and texture packs, making it viable and safe to use. Finally, a message for the author: please, for the love of God, fix the Java issue. Thanks for watching. Let me know if there are any unique mod packs that I should be including in future videos. And I hope that I did an adequate job explaining and enhancing some of these packs for you guys. If you think so, then subscribe so that you get more of these videos. and I get more exposure. Deal? Alright. See ya in the next one, my friend.